What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here, and in this one we talk about the recent news that has come out in a report from ESPN on Michigan football and the NCAA's potential notice of allegations regarding the alleged sign stealing operation, as ESPN reportedly obtained a draft of the notice of allegations. We talk about everything that they said was in it, what it means for Michigan, and everything the NCAA has found during its investigation, as they really have not found that much. It's all going to be in this video, so let's go ahead and get right into it. We got some breaking news today on the NCAA investigation and the notice of allegations to Michigan from the NCAA. Now, obviously, there's been talk of a notice of allegations coming soon. It hasn't been announced that Michigan has received a notice of allegations yet regarding Michigan's in-person scouting violations. There's an ESPN report that came out today by Dan Murphy and Pete Thamel, of course, by Pete Thamel, right? But they said that new Michigan head coach Sharon Moore is one of 7 members from the 2023 football program accused of violating NCAA rules in a draft of the NCAA's notice of allegations obtained by ESPN. So it was just a draft and isn't the official notice of allegations that Michigan could be receiving. But obviously, this report was headlined by Sharon Moore violating NCAA rules, and in the draft they said that Moore could face a show cause penalty and possibly a suspension for allegedly deleting a thread of 52 text messages with former Michigan staffer Connor Stalions in the same day that media reports revealed Stalions was leading an effort to capture the play calling signals of future opponents. They later said the draft states that the texts were later recovered via device imaging, and Moore subsequently produced them to enforcement staff. They say Moore is accused of committing a level 2 violation according to the draft they obtained. Now, this is all aside from the laughable recruiting violations, obviously, as Michigan, they already prepared themselves and did self-impose suspensions, including Sharon Moore for 1 game last season at the beginning of the season, which Michigan, that's a whole nother thing the NCAA is trying to go after them for. Now, former Michigan staff members Jim Harbaugh, Chris Partridge, Denard Robinson, and Stalions are accused of committing level 1 violations, and the school also faces a level 1 violation charge according to the draft that ESPN obtained due to its pattern of non-compliance within the football program and institutional efforts to hinder the NCAA's investigation. So this article, states that the NCAA didn't accuse any coaches of having direct knowledge of the operation, which is kind of what, the NCAA investigation was trying to go after and trying to find. And it appears that the NCAA is trying to punish Michigan regarding cooperation with the investigation, not entirely about the scheme itself, which when you read this article, it's basically what you take away from it. The NCAA has yet to find evidence connecting anybody to Stalions' operation. All they have is, former coaches allegedly deleting text messages. Now, they also said that the draft also states the NCAA gathered evidence that shows Stalions was on the sideline at Michigan State's season opening against Central Michigan. That whole situation itself is Central Michigan's problem, not Michigan's problem. So there's really no way Michigan would get in any trouble for Stalions somehow, being on Central Michigan's sideline disguised as a coach. Obviously, we know Stalions has failed to cooperate with the NCAA investigation, hasn't really talked to anybody about it either. He will appear on Netflix in a documentary talking about his side of things, which will be released towards the end of this month. Now, according to the draft, Chris Partridge, Steve Clinkscale, and Denard Robinson are all accused of providing impermissible benefits to recruits in 2023, including paying for a recruit's meal and providing recruits with team gear. And they also said Clinkscale is also accused of helping a recruit get verified on Instagram and for writing a $100 check to a golf charity outing that was run by a recruit's father. So I'm really glad the NCAA is focusing on that, cracking down on those little things other than the big things going on around college football. Obviously, all those coaches are, no longer a part of the Michigan football program. And that's basically the news that we got today. Now, according to Trevor McHugh of the Maize and Blue Review and Michigan Rivals, he said, according to 3 sources I've spoken with, the draft of the notice of allegations featured in the ESPN reports appears to be a really old version, and Michigan is working from a different version. I can't confirm whether Michigan has received the notice of allegations yet or has an updated draft, but they say Michigan is unbothered. Now, there was talk last week, by Chris Ballas of the Wolverine. He mentioned a potential bowl ban for Michigan. However, according to Josh Henschke of the Maize and Blue Review, there's zero concern in the athletic department currently about any potential bowl bans, and also the NCAA still has yet to link the football program with Connor Stalions' operation. And just like the ESPN article that came out today, there is no linking of any coaches to Connor Stalions' operation. All it is kind of assumptions, and really the NCAA has found no evidence. It appears what they're trying to punish Michigan with is regarding their cooperation with the investigation and not about the scheme. So a lot of it is kind of already what we kind of knew. Again, it is yet to be announced that Michigan has received a notice of allegations yet from the NCAA, and when it does come out, this was just a draft and not the final draft of the notice of allegations. So going back to what Josh Henschke said, he said the expectation right now is that Stalions could receive some level of show cause. And according to the draft today, some former coaches could also receive show causes, and the Wolverines, he said, could also face the potential of fines. But he said, is Michigan preparing for a fight? There's no fight to be had, according to multiple sources. So Michigan, appears to be unbothered. NCAA appears to have found nothing connecting any former or current coaches to Stalions' operation, and really the only thing they could really get Michigan on is not cooperating with their investigation, which if that is all they can get Michigan at, not really going to be able to do much to Michigan about that. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below. But regardless, as far as this upcoming season, there appears to be no concern of anything, happening to Michigan this season, because even if the notice of allegations comes out, Michigan has time to respond to it. So as you can see, this thing is going to go on for probably quite some time and will take a bit of time before finally being resolved. It's pretty funny, all this stuff coming out right before the start of the season, but you know what, it is what it is. The outside noise didn't bother Michigan last season, won't bother him this season. All it really does is give more motivation to the players and the team. But that's the latest on it all right now. If there's anything else that comes out, I'm sure I'll talk about it in a video tomorrow. And again, we're still yet to hear the official notice of allegations to Michigan yet, so it's kind of all has to be confirmed yet. But with that, that's gonna wrap up today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you guys go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you are new around here. I greatly appreciate it. Other than that, we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.